We are the Blakes. I'm Shelly, and this is my husband's CV, and we are foster parents, which may surprise some of you because we're kind of old. In 2009, we started the process to become foster parents. I've always been a baby lover. Growing up, playing with babies was my favorite thing to do, and I only wanted to be a mother when I grew up. So that happened. We had 2 children kind of early in our marriage, and they grew up, they went to college, they got jobs, and we were 7 years into our empty nest whenever we started thinking about the idea of foster care. We had a caseworker in our church. She put us in touch with a foster care caseworker to talk to us and get us started in the process and see if that's what we really wanted to do. It took us about 9 months to get through that process, and we got our license to become transitional foster parents, which means we would be the in-between place for babies whose mothers chose relinquishment and adoption for their babies, and an adoptive family was found. So there needed to be an in-between place, and that's what we would do. And I can remember our very first baby, and he was 2 days old, and I can remember the caseworker bringing him to our house, and I thought, wow, how could that love be so deep and so real and feel like the love I had for my own babies? But it did. And, that's one of the things that a lot of people say to us. I could never be a foster parent because I would get too attached. And we need to. Those babies, those children need us to attach. We've had 15 transitional babies in our home, and we had about a year pass where there just weren't transitional babies needing a home. And I can clearly remember just being on the couch one night, and it's like I heard God say, okay, you told me you would take care of babies. You told me you would help with babies. What are you going to do about it? Really? And it felt like taking a plunge into the world of CPS foster care. There were fears I had. I felt like I was standing on a diving board trying to get up the courage to jump. Many of the fears I had never even came true. We expanded our license and did the extra training to become foster parents to take CPS babies.
When we first started talking about foster care, I wasn't sure. I wasn't the first one in the pool. I really wasn't sure that that's what I wanted to do. But I came to the conclusion that Shelly loves babies and I love Shelly, so I'm willing to go and do that. And so I wanted to be a partner with her because she'd been faithful to me in that for years and years and years. What I found was that I had a place in that. I had a job to do. For one, these are often babies that don't have fathers, and so I have a role to fill in the life of a baby. And I can hold a baby. I can read to a baby. I can even change a diaper. I think this is the Lord's work in our lives as a couple, and He has changed us, and He's grown us in ways that that we wouldn't have grown otherwise. Every one of these babies has a story. Every one of these families has a story, and God's at work.
I want good for the families, and I want the families to be a unit. And if there's a part we can play in there, if we can, while we're taking care of the babies or the children, if we can help in that process as well, then I think that's what we're supposed to do. I wouldn't take these experiences for anything.
Nope.